So here we are. You finished up the 30-day challenge for April. And now, we just want to give the people an update on how this went for you. What made you decide to commit to this 30-day challenge?
Real talk, I went to a meeting and somebody had talked about it. And I think her name was Asher, right? I think that was her name. Anyway, long story short, went to a meeting at Paperbacks Ink, and we were just talking about ideas. And she brought up the idea for a 30 for 30 challenge, something apparently that is done in the poetry community. And I think April was National Poetry Month, so I was looking forward to doing something I'd never done before, just to see what had happened. And so that's really what pushed me to do it. We came home, we talked about it, and we committed. So, yeah, that's what it was.
Would you say that your wife was a factor in you deciding to do this challenge?
So I would say yeah, because she's asking the question. And also she's the one. Yeah, sure. My wife was, matter of fact, she wasn't just a catalyst. She was the catalyst in me doing this challenge, because I'm going to give her the credit on camera as she edits this video. So every time she edits it, she understands why I'm doing this for the Lord and for my wife, which is the ministry of our home. So yes, my wife is the pillar of the community in this house.
Hey, the people just wanted to know.
I think the wife wanted to know.
On the days you didn't feel like writing or recording, what made you keep going?
My wife made me keep going on the days I didn't feel like I want to keep recording.
For real?
No, for real though. It was, I wanted to commit to something. I didn't want to quit. But in addition to that, I wanted to push myself to see how much I could come up with. For the people that know me, most of you all know I come up with poems right on the spot. And there was only a few poems I read, I rehearsed. But most of the poems, I say, honestly, 25 out of 30 of the poems just came off the top of my head, or something I thought about the day of, and I was able to come up with a poem. And it pushed me to use different vocabulary. It pushed me to be aware of phrases I've used before. It pushed me to be aware of certain lines I may have used, or in different, ways I've used them before. So it pushed me to be a better poet. So that's why I wanted to see what I could do at the end of this 30-day challenge.
What's something that you would say that you took away from this challenge that surprised you?
I would say discipline. I'm a disciplined person, but what I realized about my life, and a lot of us have done this before, I've been the most disciplined when it comes to schoolwork. So when it comes to individual goals, sometimes I'm not as disciplined because there's not a syllabus. You create your own syllabus type thing. But when it comes to schoolwork, you have something in front of you. You have expectations you're supposed to fulfill. And duties for other people. People ask you to do things like, I can do that for you. All right, sis, I got this for you. And what I realized, this is something, finally me doing something for me. Let me set aside an achievement for myself, to do something to push myself, for me and for God, to be honest with you. I learned discipline in other areas. So this has pushed me to do challenges in other areas. Challenges I may be vocal about, challenges I may not be vocal about, but you will see the results from those challenges that we've had discussed. And I've already seen some improvement. My wife, the woman behind the camera, can tell you that. But yes.
Now that the challenge is over, what can we say is next for poetry with you?
I say at least 2 times a week, honestly, because I saw it could be done. I'm getting a studio. I know people been asking about me for a while. I was like, oh man, I'm too old. But you know what, man, forget it. I'm just gonna have fun, see what God got for me. One of my boys wants me to be in the studio. Several boys want me to be in the studio. Older people in my church want me to be in the studio. So it's funny, things that people want to see me doing this challenge kind of pushes out of me. And the biggest reason is rehearsing. One of my favorite artists, Norman Sand, you can tag him in this video, but Norman Sand had a song, and he essentially said it's a shame that rappers don't want to practice no more. And that's just something, whether you're a rapper, you're a poet, whatever you are, especially when it comes to the art and the crafts, you have to practice at that craft. And to be real with you, sometimes you can get so good at doing it that you miss out on being great. And I don't want to be good anymore. I want to be great at this. So it pushed me to do release at least 2 poems a week. But in addition, work on some things outside of the home to bring things into your home as well. So yeah, we're just going to get to it.
Is there anything else you want to say to the people?
Shout out to red pandas, meerkats, and wolves. Wolves are my favorite animals. I know people use that phrase, wolf in sheep's clothing. Man, forget all that. A wolf is a wolf and they run in packs. So you can take with that as you wish. In addition to that, man, I'm grateful. I'm thankful and grateful for my wife for pushing me. Grateful to my mother as well. This is like me holding up a Grammy that I can't hold right now. Thankful for my grandma. Shout out to my late pops, James Harbison, who'll be really proud of me in doing this challenge. Shout out to my son, who don't even know what's going on. And man, I'm just grateful for this challenge. I'm excited to see what happens next. But also, I say this in the meantime, doing positive things pulls positive energy in. We're going to be planning an open mic in July as well. We're going to talk about that later with somebody in the area, a Newport News bookstore. So we're doing some big things. We're going to do a lot of things, and poetry is really at the center of it. God is at the core, and poetry is surrounding it. So, yeah.
All right, y'all. Thank y'all for listening in.
Peace.